I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're checking out Last Lantern
From Wonderful World Board Games. This game plays 2 to 4 players and has a box playtime of 30 minutes. So thanks to Wonderful World for providing us this copy of Last Lantern, but they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. So if you enjoy cooperative tile laying games,
I do.
This is probably for you.
Polyominoes.
That's right.
Love it.
So let's go ahead and take a look at what you get. So if you're playing 4 players, it zoomed out. If you're playing 4 players, you're going to need this little sideboard here. 3 players is like this. 2 players is like this, because you're not going to need these bottom rows. So everybody is going to take a lantern, and you see we've got a little player tokens here. Basically, we are trying to fill in these squares on the grid while taking care to cover up as many spaces as possible, because blank spaces means that we're going to have to put fireflies onto the blank spaces, and we're going to draw them from the draw bag. Starts off with 4 black and 4 yellow fireflies in this bag. We've got a whole bag full of polyomino tiles here. We're all going to start off with 1 little critter for our special abilities. So the first tile you place always has to connect up to one of these spaces on the edge. Either player, so I can place anywhere in this set of rows, or this set of, these rows here. Steph can place on these rows. Either of us can place in this shared row because it's shared.
Yeah.
I cannot extend beyond that shared row, nor can Steph extend beyond the shared row the other direction. So the first phase that you do is the Voices in the Fog phase. We're going to randomly draw 3 of the tree tiles, or 4 in a 4-player game. You'll notice we don't have the wolf tokens on here because that's used for a 4-player game. Then each player, without communicating, is going to use their character wheel to choose one of these 3 familiar locations. And then we are going to reveal, and we're going to say, oh, look, I chose the bunny and you chose the owl. So if 2 or more players make the same choice, they're going to have to decide between themselves what they're going to do. So, and then we are going to, anything that is not taken is going to later be put in the path astray area up at the top. So I would take this tile and place it. Maybe I place it right here. Steph will take this tile and maybe place it wherever she wants. Notice you can flip the tile over if she wants to do so. Now, it's not wise to place it into this lantern area, because if you do, then we're going to have to check all of the blank spaces earlier on. So does that look like a good place?
Sure.
Now, if Steph were to do this, well, there's not going to be hardly any of these except for these little onesie pieces that she could use to repair this spot back here. So maybe she does place something like that. So that is what we are going to do in the journeying phase when we're going to place our tiles. We place them in any order. If you end up placing one of these pieces on a firefly, either black or yellow, you can do so. They are just returned to the supply. You definitely want to cover up the black ones, because if you ever have 4 black fireflies anywhere on this grid, you instantly lose. So also during the journeying phase, you can use one of your critters in order to activate the ability. All of the abilities can be activated in any order. If you've got multiple, then you can, it says one player can activate more than one ability. So the bunny will take the last abandoned tree tile furthest along the path of straight track and return it back to the bag. The turtle will light the way. You draw 5 fireflies from the bag and return them to the supply, and then you add 5 yellows to the bag. So let's say I do this, and I've drawn 3 black and 2 yellow. Basically, all of these go back, and then I'm going to put 5 yellows into the bag. That's fantastic, drawing all of those black ones.
That was really good.
The owl lets you, it says through the fog, you choose one ability tile and place it anywhere adjacent to the previous tiles. And in a 4-player game, you can use 2 wolves to activate a 4th ability, where you can take one of these and give it to any one player, including yourself. Obviously, if there are no remaining familiars, then you're going to have to take a familiar from another player. They have to agree and then give it up. So, then step 3 is lanterns. We're going to check and see if we've crossed a lantern on our path, on our own character path. So we are going to add 1 yellow firefly when we cross that lantern, because it's right here on the board. And then we're going to draw 1 firefly for each space, including shared spaces not covered by a tile between the lantern and the character token on the character path, and place it on those spaces. If the bag is ever empty, guess what you got to put? Nothing but the black ones.
No.
Yes. And like I say, if there's ever more than 4, you've instantly lost. Then we're going to do the Path Astray phase, where we're going to place a abandoned tile. We're going to put that up here, and then we're going to put 1 black firefly into the bag, or 2 if it gets up to here. Don't let that happen. Hey, what happens if we ever place an 8th abandoned tree tile, Steph?
The lantern's out.
Yeah, we've lost. That's another way to lose. How do we win then? We're going to keep going until 1 or more players crosses the purple goal line with either a tree tile or an ability tile. And we're going to finish placing our tiles, but instead of moving on to the lantern phase, the game ends. 1 by 1, you draw fireflies for all those blank spots not covered by a tile. And if there are a total of 3 or fewer black fireflies, you win.
Yeah, what I like that tile because it's gonna go perfectly right there.
What tile?
That one that I said I have a bunny next turn. You see, I'm already planning my next turn.
You're throwing it back. You're gonna throw it back in the bag.
No, I want to place it out.
Well, you can't place it because you were gonna return it to the bag.
Well, yeah, we gotta put it in the bag to get it back.
So, there's a whole pile of challenges that is in
That's awesome.
the bag here, and those involve different color fireflies.
Ooh.
In some cases. Sometimes there are mushroom tiles. There is a frozen lake board. There are 5 serpent tiles. Notice these little forked tongue spaces. And there is a basilisk board that comes out.
Oh my goodness.
With all sorts of new rules, and you can choose which of these that you want to incorporate into your game.
I think it's super fun, puzzly. I love placing the tiles and trying to, what will Michael want? So I'm going to choose something else I can make work. Do I want another bunny? Do I want an owl? Thinking about these things as you try and decide what tile you want is really interesting to me. So I think it's a really clever game. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
That is Last Lantern from Wonderful World Board Games. If you enjoyed this game overview and you'd like to see more just like it, we've got overviews, rules, teaches, playthroughs, weekly recaps, and our top 10 videos on our YouTube channel. Just search for Board Gamer Steph. All one word, that's you. Or even better, you can join us live on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, where we stream every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, and we bring you 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we bring you all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.